Yo, what's up, jazz guitar friends? Larry Tamanini here with LT Jazz Guitar. Hey, it's been a minute. I'm back with a lick video. As with me, as always, is my partner Hershey. This guy's out cold. He was running around all morning like a crazy person. Come on, silly Joe Jones. He's just gonna sleep. Anyways, let's talk about that sweet 2-5-1 lick I just played, right? Kind of sounds a little Pat Martino inspired, probably is. All right, so there's a lot of ways we can just break this lick down. Personally, I like to sort of get the terrain first. Now that's just a 3-bar kind of idea, right? Or I guess you could say a 2-bar idea that resolves however you want to set that up. All right, and I'm dealing with an A minor, my 2, a D7, my 5, and a resolve back to my 1. So check it out. You'll notice there was a pickup. Really important part of this lick is the pickup. And I'm playing notes that are not in the whole scale at all, right? That's my first phrase of the idea. And, you know, it's pretty easy. Just straight up A minor arpeggio, right? But right before that, I play a B flat note, or in case you want to call it an A sharp and a G sharp, right? Obviously, with that sound, the G in your head, you're hearing those notes even, you know, by themselves just sound like they're not going to work. But in this case, it works, right? Why does it work? Well, I have a upper and a lower neighbor, right? And I'm sort of implying that E7 chord. So much of playing an idea really depends on what you're putting in front of it. I'm pretty diatonic. I go all the way up. Right? You got that B, B flat, A, G. Right? Nothing too crazy. If you have your guitar and you want to learn this lick, now's a pretty good time to grab it. So that's pretty much what I'm putting on my 2. And then after I get to here, you know, after I get to this 5 chord, so I have a snaky little line that starts on the sharp 9. I love playing that, right? It's a great way to build tension. I use it in a lot of different ways, and this is how I'm using it now, because I'm going to take this, you know, sharp 9 to the 3, flat 9 back down to the root, right? So there's your first 4 notes. And then, you know, I'm really gonna go down a little bit, grab that F sharp, and then resolve there, right? It's a pretty cool little idea. Okay, real quick. It kind of feels weird to dip down to that F sharp for a minute, but you know, once you're getting there, I'm not doing anything too crazy here. I've got my F sharp and my C, you know, G's, 3rd, flat 7. And then I have this E flat, which is going to bring me right back to the perfect landing, right? All right, so there's a lot of different ways to play licks and get licks in your playing. Everyone talks about playing them in all 12 keys. Yes, okay, but even before we do that, let's kind of get a mid-rangey idea of where we want to put this, right? Because G is a pretty bright key, but I can sort of move around. And I want to be able to, you know, have like that real target. Can I get it here? You know, right? That's a good place to learn it. I kind of like learning stuff on the lower strings just because, like, I don't know, I feel like I can hit a little harder, and maybe because it's closer, I can sort of get a feel for where it's going to be on the frets. Another thing that I like to do is, whenever possible, is try to play the same idea on like one string, like a unitar kind of idea. Now, it's tough to do it fast, but if I can get this on one string, that's really, you know, helpful, because it sort of lays it out for you in a way where you're going to understand where it can move. But I can't really always do it super fast. And then right? All right, just kind of like breaking that down, like from a really, really bass level, even though we're playing guitar. Right, there's that first idea. Kind of tough to get that, but really useful just to kind of see where it's going to land. Then I have to go up top, and then you have this. It's always good to sort of practice these sort of tritone jumps on one string. Ooh, there you go. Landed on the Hudson LT. So there's a couple different ways to learn this before you start trying to move around in all 12 keys and go John Coltrane on it. This is a great lick to get in your vocabulary because this is a progression that you see quite a bit. And just getting the idea of approaching a chord tone by two out notes, in this case lower upper neighbor. A lot of different names. Some people call them enclosures, appoggiaturas, whatever you want to do, right? Just a good idea because there's really not a lot going on, but that first note, those pickups really set the tone. One more time, right? There it is. All right, so this is probably my third or fourth lick video. If you made it this far and heard me drone on about this Bebop Lick Bebop, thank you so much. Please don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Hershey really appreciates it. Go Phillies. Big game against